So, a shiny new car has just dropped itself onto your workbench like a surprise party you never asked for. You're practically drooling at the thought of revving it up and zooming off like a kid with a brand new toy. But hold your horses, or horsepower in this case. If you want to squeeze every last drop of performance from this little speed demon, you need to play it cool, like a cucumber in a fridge. What does that mean? Well, my friend, it's time to break it in. Now I can hear your eyes rolling from here. Break it in? What does that even mean? It sounds like some kind of obscure automotive ritual involving a secret handshake and a whole lot of math. Trust me, it's not as complicated as it sounds. In fact, it boils down to one simple mantra. Just go slow. But let's be real, as soon as I said that, I can practically hear 1,000 questions bubbling up in your brain like a pot of overcooked spaghetti. How slow are we talking? Like, grandma crossing the street slow? For how long? Should I time it with a sundial or use a fancy smartwatch? What's the best track? Should I be on a racetrack or just the neighborhood cul-de-sac? And what about the weather? Should I consult a meteorologist to ensure ideal atmospheric pressure? Don't even get me started on gravity. Is it really affecting the chassis? Is it going to warp my car into a pretzel shape? And most importantly, isn't this just the driest, most excruciatingly boring thing ever? Well, fear not. Today, I'm going to unveil the secrets of breaking in your new car in the easiest, low-tech, wallet-friendly, and downright fun way possible. Think of it as a joyride with a side of patience, a sprinkle of common sense, and a hearty dash of good old humor. Buckle up, because we're about to turn the mundane into the magnificent. With this magic trick, I've conjured up a jaw-dropping Porsche 911 RSR, decked out in a livery so iconic it makes the Mona Lisa look like a doodle. Before I unleash this beauty into the wild, I like to pamper my cars, treating them like the divas they are. The goal? Ensure everything is cleaner than my kitchen after a surprise visit from my mother-in-law, well lubricated like a well-oiled machine, and functioning better than my Wi-Fi during a Netflix binge. First, I perform a little car surgery by unscrewing the 4 screws at the bottom. With the body off, I give it a good brushing. No, not the kind you need for your ex's emotional baggage, the kind that gets rid of leftover debris from manufacturing. Then, I apply oil to the axles and slather the gears in petroleum gel, affectionately known as Vaseline. A few twists here and there help the lubricant spread, kind of like butter on toast, deliciously smooth. Next, I give the motor a spritz of WD-40, the Swiss Army knife of lubricants. It cleans, it lubes, it makes a mean cocktail if you squint hard enough. A little wheel twisting action helps distribute the magic, and I whip out a cotton bud to wipe away any excess, because nobody wants a greasy car, right? Then, I fluff up the brakes like they're about to walk down a runway, ensuring they make good contact with the slot rails. I even add some WD-40 to the guide. Finally, I treat the tires to a spa day with Vaseline. Now, I know some of you are probably clutching your pearls over using petroleum on rubber, but hey, if it's safe for my skin, it's definitely safe for my toy car. Let's not overthink this, folks. With everything prepped and ready for action, I pop the body back on, and we're all set to tear up the track like a toddler in a candy store. All right, folks, buckle up because we're about to kick off the break-in process. Now pay close attention because I'm only showing this once, unless you want to play the rewatch the video game, which will give me more watching time, so please do. For your viewing pleasure, I'll be counting laps, but let's be real, it's totally optional. I've developed a revolutionary method of tracking the process that I will demonstrate in this video. So, I've assigned my car to controller number 7, which in Smart Race means it's the ghost car. Yep, that's right. My car is officially Casper now. Friendly but a little spooky. Next up, we'll code this baby into ghost car mode and crank the speed down to the lowest setting, so it basically just strolls around the track like it's on a leisurely Sunday drive. I mean, who doesn't want their car to channel its inner tortoise? And for all you ancient analog warriors still living in the Stone Age, fear not. Just grab some tape and hold your controller down just enough to keep the car cruising at a snail's pace. Easy peasy. Now that we've ensured our car can glide around the track without a hitch, it's time for the fun part to begin. Get ready for some break-in shenanigans. As you're downing your first beer, your car should be about 20 laps in, doing its best impression of a NASCAR driver. Now's a good time to kick it up a notch and go just a little bit faster. While your car is cruising like a boss, it's prime time to dive into some Slot CraftMaster episodes. It is a mandatory stage of the break-in process, so go do it now. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and like my stuff. Help me get this channel monetized so I can finally stop working and start living the dream. Once you've binged a couple of episodes, your car should be sitting pretty with around 150 laps under its belt. So, go on and give that speed a little nudge. If you've made it to this without any major disasters, it's time to celebrate. Grab your trusty lawnmower and prepare for the wild ride of cutting the grass. It's like a roller coaster, but with more clippings and fewer safety harnesses. And here's my dog, the canine connoisseur of good manners. Trained to perfection, she's ready to impress at any fancy dinner party. As this took longer than expected, we reached the 355 laps mark, which only means one thing. Well, you should have guessed it by now. It's time for another speed up. Things are rolling smoothly, but what to do next? How about unleashing our inner warriors and do something so manly it would make a Viking weep, like building a log cabin with nothing but our biceps and a can-do attitude? Or sit in front of the TV with a nice glass of the good stuff? Yeah, that sounds right. Well, this is actually good stuff. So Johnny, if you're watching, I'm open for any sponsorship proposals. After a few of those, I was thinking of how hard and tiring it is to break in your cars. The slot life can be hard. Just popped over to the car and we're already at 500 laps. Who knew we were such overachievers? Time to hit the gas even harder. But if your tires start to lose grip like they're trying to escape a bad date, you'll need to give them a thorough cleaning. Like a spa day, but with less cucumber and more spit. With that, let's go and check what the other slot car YouTube channels are up to. Hey, look at that. Travis made a cool short using the same car I'm using. That's a like from me. But what really drew my attention is what Harry uploaded.
Hello, my friends. Today I'd like to talk about a subject that's affecting the whole community.
Following this, we must bestow to Harry the title of Honorary Aussie of the YouTube realm. So let's throw a virtual Barbie and celebrate with some digital snags. Before that though, and as our car is registering laps, let's race it with a no magnets car and see what we can do. Like that, we completed over 650 laps. But I'm wondering why my dog is so quiet. So, this is what $600 worth of sit, stay, and don't eat the couch looks like. Heading back to our car, we're ready to kick off the last part of the process. At this point, in ghost car mode, we've been ramping up the speed little by little, gently breaking in all the parts, especially the motor brushes. Now it's time for us to take the wheel and start accelerating and braking, starting off easy and gradually pushing it harder as we go. Just remember to assign the car to your controller so it registers the laps. And for all the analog enthusiasts, well, just use an abacus. If you don't know what an abacus is, use your fingers and work yourself up. That wraps things up nicely. Now it's time to take a look at the numbers and uncover what they have to tell us. As reported by Smart Race, we completed a total of 1,011 laps on the track, coming within roughly 0.3 of a second of the virtual best and just 1/10 of a second from the track record. This is quite an achievement, especially considering we weren't really pushing hard. After an intense run, it's time for another maintenance cycle where we'll essentially repeat the process we undertook before the break-in phase. And like that, the car is all set to hit the track and shatter some records like a piñata at a birthday party. If you've been following my instructions to the T, you should by now be tipsy, fully immersed in the wild world of slot car YouTube. Have your dog enrolled in a fancy obedience school, And most importantly, be flaunting your subscription to Slot CraftMaster like a badge of honor. Oh, and that car thing, that as well. Now the only thing left is to slide our beauty into its rightful spot among the other legends.